talking, drop the boots. Set my heart beat running away. Beating like a drum and it's coming away. Can't you hear that boom, 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 boom? Ain't that that super bass?
Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on how me contour and highlight, or highlight and contour. So if you are interested in how I do my highlight and contour, so what you're going to need first is to highlight is I'm going to use the LA Girls Pro Concealer, and I'm going to highlight under my eyes and my nose, right here in my cupid's bow, and then on my chin. So let's go ahead and go ahead and get a small stifling brush and go ahead and blend it in. While I'm doing this, I'm not like moving it like back and forth. I'm actually pressing it in, because if you do like this, it's just not like, it's just smearing it. It's not actually letting it sit into your skin. So I'm pressing it in as I'm moving. Once it's all pressed in with the small stifling brush, I'll go ahead and use an off-brand beauty blender and also do the same thing just to make sure I have everything, pushed in and make it more smooth like. With the beauty blender, I'm not going in a back and forth motion. I'm still pressing it in. So the next thing that you'll do is you'll go ahead and set your highlight that you just did. So what I'm using to set my highlight is the HD setting and forget setting powder, and this is by Ruby Kisses, and I got this in their banana color, banana whatever. Yeah. Y'all know what I mean. So I'll just go ahead and use my Sephora brush that I got, and this is their Flawless Pro Airbrush brush. I just go ahead and take it like this, and I'll get some of the powder, and I will tap off the excess and go ahead and set my concealer. While that is on my face, kind of setting my concealer, I'll go ahead and move into my contour. Parts that I contour on my face is, of course, right here on my cheekbones, underneath my jawline, kind of on my chin, and then, of course, the top of my forehead. And then I contour what I use for my contour is I use the Black Radiance, and this is in the color 8607B, and it says Rich Mahogany. And I use an e.l.f. angle brush, an angle blush brush. Okay, so I'll go ahead, like I said, and contour those areas that I just mentioned. When I'm doing my contour, I make sure I'm not making it so harsh, so I do a lot of blending it in so it doesn't look as harsh. So I'll put it on there just a little bit. And yes, I do the duck lips. But yeah, I do like that. And I just keep blending. Then I did say I go ahead and do under my jawline. After I do my jawline and my cheek, I'll go ahead and move to the forehead. And it's a different, I kind of blend it in still, but I kind of press as well. Kind of like we did in the concealer part, the highlight part. So I'll get some, and then I'll go from my temple on up, and I'll do like a pressing motion. I start kind of where my eyebrow begins, and I just go in there, and that's how I started off. And I go ahead and continue that line down to the tip of my nose. And doing this makes your nose appear to be smaller. So yeah, that's how I do that. And you want to blend it in really good. And I'll start off with a brush like that, and then I'll kind of go in with my fingers just to not make it so harsh of a line. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my other side. So after that is done, I go back to my small stippling, whatever brush, and it still has some of that concealer that you used when you first was pressing on there. And so what I'm doing is now wiping off that excess banana powder that I used before. And
Back cooped up and drop the boots up.